casting from the office. I'm doing recorded videos about our new Alfie Best business launch. And one of my dear friends has just messaged me and said, Brad, how do we deal with pain? How do you deal with pain? How do we overcome the challenges of what we are thinking, what we're feeling, and what we're experiencing in business and in life in general? Listen, pain for all of us, whether it's not seeing your mum and your dad or your family, someone being unwell with this dreadful virus, your business not generating a profit, your marriage struggling as a result of that, feeling lonely, feeling that you're rejected, feeling that you're a failure, or feeling that you're uber successful, equally comes with levels of pain. Now look, it doesn't matter who you are, and it doesn't matter where you are in your life, whether you're a man, a woman, a child, an elderly individual, a businessman, a business person, a businesswoman, a CEO. Everybody at some stage is going to feel some kind of pain. And that pain, and I'm talking specifically about business first of all, because it overflows into your personal life. Now, pain can manifest itself in a number of levels and a number of ways. Pain can be something that's subtle, that is not really felt and not really affecting you, all the way through to extreme levels of pain, which can affect the way you're thinking, you're acting, you're living. You can crawl up into a box and not want to face the world. You can feel that you want to destruct yourself. You can feel that your life is over. You can feel that things are never going to be better again. So the question that was asked of me, Bradley, how do you deal with pain? And I actually responded to a lady this morning on Facebook. We all experience pain. But look, pain is something that is only temporary if you do something about it. If you're experiencing pain, the longer you allow yourself to stay in that pain zone of what you're feeling, the harder it is to get out. Now, I've done it as well. I've done these things where I've gone into this cocoon. I've gone into these moments where I just want to shut myself off. But do you know what I do? Do you know what I do when I'm experiencing pain and I'm experiencing hardship inside personally, mentally, or physically, or emotionally? Do you know what I do? I turn to the one thing that ignites me. I turn to the one thing that motivates me. I turn to the one thing that can reset me and start to look again for the opportunities within the challenges we're experiencing. Now, for me, it's a video that I put up on YouTube. It's a video that I created that's called Through Hell, and it's a video that features Les Brown and some other incredible speakers. It's 7 minutes long, and I promise you, when I watch this video, it reminds me why I have to do what I need to do in order to love myself, love my life, enjoy my business, have lasting relationships, and feel deeply fulfilled. But here's the thing. There is a gap between this pain of feeling, and you could be feeling pain right now. Many of us are, in fact, more now than ever before, are feeling some kind of pain. Even the toughest, butchest of men, I'm not feeling no pain. Inside, they're feeling pain, but they just don't want to show it because they're tough on the outside and they don't want to show their pain. They'll deal with it, and perhaps they do in their own way. But there's a gap between the pain that you're feeling and then this ignition reset for you to be feeling motivated to go again. Because you could have had knockback after knockback after knockback after knockback after knockback. And during this COVID virus and pandemic, for many of us, it's been like going 100 rounds with Mike Tyson. Boom, boom, bang. There's a gap between the pain you're feeling and what's going through your mind cognitively, and you saying, fuck it, enough is enough. I got to reset, baby. I got to get into that power zone. Now you got to find the thing that reignites you, that re-gets your brain thinking that it's possible, that I can do it, that I can find a way. But you know what? There's a gap between the pain and your feeling and the time in which you reignite. You use the thing that reignites you. Now, sometimes you need to experience the pain and you need to let these emotions come through you. You can't stop your emotions. You can't stop what you're thinking. It's what you think. But what you can do is just allow those thoughts to go through you. And that's what I try to say. Stop it, Brad. Right. Think, just let it come through. Stop saying, well, stop that feeling. Stop that emotion. Stop what I'm seeing in my head. You can't. Let it go through you. Let it go through you. And as long as you let it go through you, what you're feeling, it will come through you. Don't resist it. Don't resist the pain. Don't resist what's coming into your mind. You can't stop it. It's like flowing water. Let it come through. And once it comes through you, it's almost like you're letting it out the other side. Then, once you've processed the pain you're experiencing and the experience of that hurt, then say to yourself, why am I hurting? What is it that's happening in my life or in my business that's causing me this pain? And if you're like me, I've experienced a thing called flashbacks, which I never had before, where when you're in pain, it can drag up all the shit in your fuel tank. Have you experienced that? Where you start dragging up other shit? It's like you're going through pain and all these other bad memories come through. Let it go through you, and then find the thing that reignites you, that refocuses you, that resets you, that gets you back on the saddle. Pain is permanent if we do nothing about it. But if we do something about it, that pain will be temporary. So think about it. If you're experiencing pain today of any description, loss, worries about business, family, love life, it's rolling over into your marriage, which many of us business owners, it does affect our relationships. Think what's important to you today. And when you break it down, okay, a business might fail. You might lose your business. But what is the most important thing you need around you? Well, first of all, you've got to love yourself and you've got to take care of yourself. And I don't always do that, to be fair. I try. But you've got to have people around you that love you, that support you. You've got to have people around you that's going to give you great advice, talking from a position of experience. And you've got to be able to have an ability to say that yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is my gift. And the gift of today is that we're breathing and we're alive. Do you know, this morning before I come to work, I was watching the news at about 6 a.m. this morning, and I was watching a refugee camp. I forget what country it's in, and I was watching it, and there was a fire. It was in Greece, or there was a fire within the camp, which may have been started by the refugees. And all of a sudden, these refugees, you can see them walking along, going into another refugee camp. And they're dragging along in black sacks everything that they own. One set of clothes, one set of shoes, maybe if they're lucky a little bit of food, maybe a couple of pictures of the life they used to have from the land that they'd been, pushed out of. And they were dragging these black sacks and trolleys and wheelie bins, whatever they could carry, their worldly belongings, to move into another camp. And they didn't know in this camp whether they was going to get a tent, a place to live. They didn't know whether or not they was going to get let out the camp. They didn't know whether or not they was going to get deported. And one young kid was saying, when I was growing up, I wanted to be a film director and an actor, and I wanted to produce films. I still have a dream of becoming an actor and a film director, and maybe I will within the next 10 years, or maybe I'll still be stuck here in this refugee camp. Right now, there isn't a lot I can do about it, but I will still keep hold of my dream. So as long as you hold on to your dream, as long as you hold on to your aspirations, as long as you keep turning your brain from pain into opportunity and from opportunity into action, you will feel better. I promise you, at the end of the day. Now, if you want to watch my video that I watch that resets me, that gets me totally pumped, go to YouTube and just type in Bradley Chapman, Les Brown. You will find a video that's 7 minutes long. And I promise you, if you don't get motivated and feel a sense of urgency to act, to get back on track, to get back on your saddle, to get back motivated, to get back in alignment with your aspirations, your dreams, your core values, your true authenticity, and whatever it is you want to become, if that video doesn't inspire you, it's already too late for you. Think about what you can change today. We can't change seeing our family. I got a 78-year-old mum every single day. Son, when am I going to see you? Son, can you come down? Son, can you do this? Son, can you do that? She's 78 years of age and she's ill. She's at risk. And we just found out this week that she's got a bleed on her brain. And she's losing the use of her legs. Focus on what we can do, not what we can't. Change your mind and be grateful for breathing and living and being able to have the ability to be able to make a change, because you can. The only thing that's stopping you turning a day from being negative and in total pain is you. The only thing that's stopping you from saying to yourself, I'm going to make a difference, I'm going to feel better today, I'm going to move towards positivity, is you. You taking the action that you need to take in order to break through the fear and the pain and the hurt to move into something that could be truly you. And if you still can't make a change today and you're still sitting in pain, then there's only one thing that you have to blame, and that is yourself. Because if a refugee can drag a black sack of clothes and maybe one picture of his mum and his dad he's not seen and still have a smile in his face, then I think many of us can take something from that and turn our challenging day in our lovely United Kingdom, within our warm homes, our warm offices, and we can make a difference. And if you still struggle to help yourself, then the other thing I can help you with is ring someone else who needs help and offer to help them. Because when you put your troubles aside and you spend time talking to someone who really needs you, really needs to be lifted and supported, and you give them that time, you will be paid back in abundance from the universe and from the law of attraction for the fact that you gave something that you probably didn't have the energy to give, but you did. And a magnetism will come back to you. You'll be thanked for it. And I tell you what, when you teach other people, it really makes you feel fabulous, because you've helped them. And when you step back from teaching or helping somebody, you feel such a sense of pride that you could help someone, and you by default have helped yourself. Whatever the method is that we need to deal with pain, emotional pain, mental pain, business loss, family pain, focus on what we can change, not what we can't. That was my answer to what somebody asked me, how we deal with pain. Have a fabulous day, everybody. Tough times ahead, but let's focus on what we can change. Let's focus on what we can do and support each other in a process. I'll see you guys later.